If people from Asia are playing their Asian Cup, and people from Europe are playing the Euros, and people from South America are playing the Copa America, what do you expect people from Africa
to be playing? Exactly my point.
It is common sense, my brother.
Africa needs to stand up and cancel any disrespect coming towards our way. We have been receiving it too much. Ademola Lookman, Victor Osimhen, all taking all the disrespect.
What did he achieve in his career? Nothing. He didn't achieve anything relevant in his career. Even when we talk about when he was playing, when we talk about better defense, you will not mention him.
Guys, Jimmy Carragher is trending for the wrong reasons. And in fact, when you come to Africa, and in case your nickname is Jimmy Carragher, we can even beat you because of what Jimmy Carragher said on TV. He says Afcon is not a major trophy. And I'm here with Sarah and Tanana to go through this. But first of all, guys, this is the reason why Jimmy Carragher is trending. In an attempt to talk about Salah not winning the Ballon d'Or, I don't know if it's mistakenly or he knew what he was saying, but he says Salah will not win a major trophy. In fact, he was prompted by Michael Richards saying that, see, but Afcon is a major trophy. I mean, he looked shocked when he was told Afcon was a major trophy. What do you make of this? Because for me, I think it is funny and it's a disrespect to Africa that Carragher sits on TV and tells us that Afcon is not a major trophy. Sarah, talk to me. You are too quiet. Smile, and fire him.
Oh no, see, I can't smile for this issue. I mean, it's a very delicate one. Maybe he's joking. He should come out and say that maybe he was just kidding on live TV. Because how can you possibly see that Afcon is not a major tournament? And then, first of all, what is his understanding of a major trophy or a major tournament? What is your understanding? If people from Asia are playing their Asian Cup, and people from Europe are playing the Euros, and people from South America are playing the Copa America, what do you expect people from
Africa to be playing? Exactly my point.
It's common sense, my brother. What do you expect people from Africa to be playing? Then if he doesn't understand what I'm saying, then I'm sure whatever he said is racially inclined. Because yes, of course. Because if I'm from Africa, do you expect me to come and play the Euros? It's not possible. I'm from Africa, so I need to play my tournament. So it's a major tournament. How many continents? Don't they include Africa in the continent when they are counting a continent?
Exactly.
So what is Jimmy Carragher trying to tell us?
For me, I feel like it's total disrespect to us, and I like the way Africa is standing. Whenever there is any sort of disrespect to us, we are not going to stand for this. And I see a lot of journalists, a lot of ex-players putting in words saying that we are not standing for it. When you look at the just ended Afcon, it was a spectacle. Everybody was happy with the way it was organized, how Ivory Coast won, the display of culture. Heroes. How do heroes even display culture? We show rich African culture. Exactly. You understand my point? And it pains me that they sit on TV and they act so ignorant and they don't know what they are saying.
As if they don't know.
Chanana, talk to me about this.
You see, Jimmy Carragher in particular, he makes sarcastic comments and some comments that you sit down and say, what is wrong with this guy? He can make some comments that you never understand. Even when he was playing, what did he really achieve in his playing career?
Exactly. He didn't even win a major trophy. Exactly.
So what did he achieve in his career? Nothing. He didn't achieve anything relevant in his career. Even when we talk about when he was playing, when we talk about better defense, you will not mention him apart from that. So I don't know why he sit down. You studied that guy in particular. He always sit down and say nonsense. He's part of that Manchester legends who normally say nonsense.
Gary Neville is also part of it.
Number one, you sit down and say no. If you say Africa, the Afcon is not a major tournament. You are trying to tell them that South America that there are only 10 countries that they'll go and borrow countries to come and join. That is what you call it. Or because we have Lionel Messi or those people playing there. You know that sometimes I blame we Africans because we have failed to win the World Cup. That's why they say this.
It's true.
Yeah. Because an African country has failed to win the World Cup. I think that's why he's saying this.
But if you are saying that not all countries from other continents have won the World Cup.
No, you see, when it comes to the World Cup, it's Europe and South America.
Now, yes. What he's trying to say is that
you
see, when you come to Africa, we are always the underdogs in almost every group.
Every group, you understand? And you know that, you see that, let me tell you something. You see that
is the mentality they've created, but that is not the reality.
You see South American, when they are playing their tournament, they are like 10 or so. But because they have about 3 countries that have won the World Cup there, he will not go and stand anywhere and say that South American is not a major trophy. You understand?
South America, they have not won any major trophy
because of they have about 3 countries that have won the World Cup. But Africa, even we just recently made the semi-finals. So he will just sit down and say any rubbish that he wants.
But that shouldn't warrant that kind of.
No, I'm just
warrant,
trying to tell you that if you ask him, he will try to defend his point by saying which African country
And
has
even
won
the
the
last
World
time England even won the
Cup.
World
That was
Cup, was he
19.
playing?
That was
Was
1966.
Jemika
That tournament,
playing at
there
that
were so
time?
many buha about that tournament that England won. 1966. They can't pass some place. They pass some place. We heard those stories, but since we are not alive, ask him that. What, did he see that tournament himself? Do you see how the cup looked like when they won the cup in 1966? Did you see how the cup?
You know
looked
my
like?
problem is. You know what my problem is. I feel like we should organize a tournament where these European countries should come and play Afcon. Some of them should come and play Afcon.
And that's where you see
Honestly,
Cape and then
Comoros
shipping
beating some of
Argentina,
these
Ecuador,
countries, so
and
I'm
then
not going to lie to
you will
you.
see them shipping the big names.
Honestly,
They can beat them.
They can beat them.
But, some of the smaller countries in Europe. Europe has one of the
Worst.
smallest countries.
So
That
what are you trying to tell
Moldova and
So
other
Malta.
states. Malta and other stuff.
So if Morocco is in a group with Belarus, those countries,
Moldova,
so you tell me
Andorra,
what are you trying to tell me?
Faroe Island.
Imagine Comoros in a group with like Faroe Islands.
Look at Gibraltar.
Moldova, Gibraltar.
Malta.
Liechtenstein.
You call that
Major tournament because
No,
maybe
no.
they produce stars and things or what. So when you follow this guy, you use some words that you don't have to use on TV.
Iceland,
He
Waterland.
always say something
What?
that you sit down and analyze that. Why is he joking or what? Or is being serious? Because you see him, everyone will be following a particular path, and this guy will just try to deviate for no reason.
See, it
And he will be
is
trying-
menopause. I'm not going to lie.
I'm sure he's
It's old age.
I mean, he
Because-
doesn't
And you
sometimes
always
think
try
before
to
he talks.
back his point. You say that Mo Salah will win a major trophy this season.
No. The statement was like Mo Salah cannot win the Ballon d'Or because it would be very difficult for him to win a major trophy.
So
Even-
Is Afcon not a major trophy?
Even the Premier League is not a major trophy.
that's
I
why
mean,
I'm
it's
saying that,
so crazy.
If see the truth of the matter is that
This is the main reason is because Salah is an African.
yes,
I won't lie to
I am telling you. See, the bigger truth people are failing to,
Come to
grasp
the
is
realization
that
soon.
Jamie Carragher, whatever statement he made on that show is racially inclined. He's trying to let us understand, or he's trying to let the world understand that because Salah hails from Africa, for the mere fact that Salah is an African, it will be very difficult for him to win the Ballon d'Or. And why should you have this mentality? Because looking at his numbers in Europe and his performance in Europe this season,
this is the best.
nobody
player,
matches him.
The best player in the whole world.
So what are you trying to say?
Mohamed
So you
Salah.
are pained that somebody from Africa is doing well. What are you trying to
In
say?
the Premier League, he has 24 goals, 19 assists or 18 assists in the Premier League. Look at these numbers. 43 or 44 goals.
And no one is even talking about his age. He's not a young guy.
He's not a young guy.
He's not even a young guy.
32 or 33
Yeah.
years. So if you have a player having this type of statistics, are you trying to tell me that if this statistics belongs to Vinicius Junior or Mbappe or whatever, he will come and sit down and say that player can win the Ballon d'Or?
What are you trying to say?
Because he's an African. That's why I'm saying this
we're
rubbish.
here.
They were even doing campaign for Jude Bellingham and Coutinho.
Yeah, with that,
Yes,
with that 20,
with their combo stats.
Yeah.
18 goals and 10 assists or something.
They are here rooting for Rafinha and Co to Lewandowski and Co to win the Ballon d'Or.
Mohamed Salah just in the Premier League he has 24 goals, 19 assists. What about the Champions League and other stuff?
And currently, the team he plays tops the EPL,
Yeah.
tops
The Champions
UCL.
League.
I mean, they are doing
So,
so.
let's say they didn't even win the Afcon and
They win the UCL and the EPL.
That is automatic. But
and
let's
then-
tell them that Madrid will go for a campaign, and we all know Madrid they are campaigning in the Ballon d'Or and other things, and they'll make Mbappe or Vinicius. We after that, when it comes to football, pure football, this season, whether you like it or not, it's Mo Salah.
Me myself, sometimes I blame the organizers of the Ballon d'Or because this year you bring a criteria, somebody wins the Ballon d'Or. And then the following year you are bringing a different criteria. If you are putting out a criteria, it should be there for about 20-30 years before if you make any augmentations to the criteria, you do it. But we don't see that. So sometimes I blame the organizers of the Ballon d'Or.
The Ballon d'Or
if
they just give it to who they feel like giving it to.
It
That's
has
why they
lost
always-
its credibility,
Since-
as I'm
well,
telling you.
The year that Messi won it ahead of Virgil
Ronaldo
van Dijk
and
and no, not Virgil van Dijk, and they came to tell us that Messi have won his first international trophy, so he deserves it. But that's when I realized that the Ballon d'Or, they are not serious.
They are not serious.
That's why people are even rubbishing it now. People don't even give much value to when
Yes, because-
those times a player can win the Ballon d'Or without even winning a trophy. Because Ballon d'Or is a personal
It's
award.
an individual
Your own,
performance.
what you've done, not about the team. So that's why those times Zinedine Zidane won the Ballon d'Or without even winning a single trophy. So many players have done that, and have never won it without winning the Champions League or other stuff. Because that year his personal performance was excellent. Ronaldinho won his first Ballon d'Or. Barca didn't win even a single trophy, but he won the Ballon d'Or. It was the next year that Barca won the La Liga. That he won the Ballon, he won it, and the next year again, Barca won that. He lost to Cannavaro because of the World Cup. So if you sit down and now you say, this player can win, what is his performance? Because it's a personal award. That's why sometimes people prefer the goal king to the Ballon, because the goal king, the stats are there to show. 25 goals, they won't tell that somebody has scored something. The 25 is 25. It's there for you. But you see, when it comes to something that involves voting or other stuff, whether you like it or not.
And sometimes it's an award.
The people who organize it will always try to sway the thing to the person that they want. Look at what they did to Vinicius Junior. Came and give us a lot of nonsense. Because Madrid has 3 players and it's this and this. Everybody knows.
On the last day of the Ballon d'Or, that was when we were knowing that they have
everyone knew that the award was going to Vinicius. The players, even the FIFA best, the players and everything voted for Vinicius. So what are you trying to tell us? But because they wanted to steal, they just selected a particular 100 journalists and whatever have you, just selected few, and they did something. They're saying if it is not that respect. It's respect playing the football. It's respect playing the football. That's respect. It's respect playing the football.
Then they should find the most respectful player on the football field and give him the
Ballon d'Or.
The respectful player is from Ghana.
And who is that respectful player?
Kojo Minta. Atadeka
And
player.
See, one thing that surprised me the most is that I mean, Jamie Carragher played for which
Liverpool.
And he's a Liverpool legend.
Oh yeah.
He's considered a
he's Liverpool. Yeah.
And Salah plays for which team?
Liverpool.
So the guy, like, why?
I'm shocked. Like he can't even support.
It's something wrong or something.
He's just being being pained that the English players can't emulate what Salah is doing.
Yeah, of course. What English player will you use to match Salah's performance this season?
Not even English player, the whole world. Whether we like it or
currently
not.
The whole world. I mean, Mo Salah is doing some crazy things at his age. How many players at his age are doing what he's doing?
I'm not a Mo Salah fan.
Yeah.
But when the truth is there, you just say this season is just exceptional. With the numbers he's putting up, if it was a Cristiano Ronaldo or a Lionel Messi, we know they have already won the Ballon d'Or before even.
It's because it's Mo Salah.
Because it's Mo Salah. If this award was Neymar. Even I'm Mbappe, because we know now when it comes to
I'm sure Mbappe, that's the whole thing. They are thinking the Mbappe way. Maybe Mbappe is going to take it and all those things.
Now, whether you like it or not, now the footballers that are playing regularly or are performing well, when you want a player that have class now, I think it's Mbappe. So if this performance was Mbappe, I tell you, the Ballon d'Or was already set for him. He has already won it away. But because Mbappe is having a direct competitor now, which everybody knows Salah is performing better than Mbappe now. Mbappe's numbers are good. He has 27 goals this season, which is very, very good for him. But Salah has more goals, and even he assists is even crazy. A player just in the Premier League, 24 goals and 19 or 18 assists. Man, I've never seen something.
And if he cares to know, he should go back in history and then check George Weah, who is an African, who won the Ballon d'Or, and he should check what he did at that time to win the Ballon d'Or, and that should tell him that Mo Salah is very, very capable of winning the Ballon d'Or, whether he likes it or not.
I don't think he's eligible to vote, so he should keep his opinion to himself. Who cares?
So, guys, you have heard from Sarah Mintana, and I just want to add this. Afcon means a lot to a lot of Africans, even the players, the likes of Didier Drogba, Eto'o, Abedi Pele. You can name them. It means a lot to us. You just saw how it was organized in Ivory Coast. And I believe that in Morocco would be something else. So for Jimmy Carragher to say that we will not stand for it, Africa needs to stand up and cancel any disrespect coming towards our way. We have been receiving it too much. Ademola Lookman, Victor Osimhen, all taking all the disrespect.
Let me chip in this a little. You see all those players that you have mentioned. Which of these players that Jimmy Carragher can compare himself to? Which of these players, these legends that you are mentioning, but he's also a Liverpool legend. Can he compare himself to these African legends that you are mentioning now?
Jimmy Carragher,
you know near, you know rich. You know rich.
See, if you like,
so you should better mind his words.
Sometimes I blame we the Africans in a way. You understand? Because if Jimmy Carragher likes saying, there should be a pattern. All players who are of African descent should come back to their roots.
Exactly my point.
Let them be there, and we will
see. Imagine all those players who
coming back,
who have like of African descent come back to Africa. Let's see how many of top players will remain.
Exactly. See, the likes of Mo Salah, Vinicius Junior,
Mbappe would be going to Cameroon.
They will all be coming down
To Cameroon.
That's where you will see.
That would be serious.
That's where you will know. Or you think what? Hey, Jamie, be very, very, very careful. Jamie, be very careful. Hey, Afcon. Come, bring your England to Afcon. You see Comoros shipping England. You'll be very surprised. You see, when it comes to the AFCON is played with a totally different mentality. I'm not talking of see, from what you are saying, he can as well say, okay, but we come to the World Cup, but what do we see? You see, the World Cup is just a selected few, about 4 or 5 countries representing the continent. But with the AFCON, about
24,
16 to 20,
it's 24
countries representing. So you see the same 24 come and play. That's when because we play with a whole different mentality. Because that's when you see Zambia coming as underdogs and winning the. How many times do we see that happening in Europe and America? All the time is the Netherlands, the Englands, the Argentinas, they are winning. You don't see, but you look at the AFCON. It's very, 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 very exciting and competitive. What are you trying to say?
So guys, cool down.
Hi, Jamie.
So guys, this is where we'll end it. Let me know your thoughts about it. If you're a Ghanaian, a Nigerian, a South African, a Kenyan, let me know how you feel about what Jimmy Carragher said about the AFCON. It is not right, based on my opinion. I talked today in today's video with Chanana and also Sarah. My name is Adam. We'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.
We go vibe.
Jamie, your mother.